Yes, the ballet is titled Black on Black. The ballet, of course, the inspiration is the color black. The inspiration came from an exhibition that I saw in Antwerp. It's called the MoMU, the museum. It's the Museum for Fashion. And Antwerp, as many people know, is one of the central, or one of the capitals for fashion. In this exhibition, this particular exhibition that I saw about a year and a half ago, it was a whole exhibition just on the history of fashion, all dealing with black. So coming from Renaissance onward to designers like Alexander McQueen or Issey Miyake or some of the Dutch designers or Chanel. The exhibition left a strong imprint in my mind. I was completely fascinated by the exhibition, and that got me to look further into the subject. And from that, I discovered a book from Michel Pastoureau, who's a professor in Paris at the Sorbonne University, and he has written a book called Black: The Color of a History, or The History of a Color. And in that, he talks about the whole social impacts, whole social and psychological impact that black has had, mainly dealing with the Western world, but what kind of impact it's had on us as a society. So from this information, I started to, of course, before that, I have myself a really strong, I love the color black. I think in design, black's a really important color, and it's the purest form to see something. And that then just kind of initiated everything, it inspired me to dive further into that and to go further and to create this ballet.
那么这部作品，我想通过女主角 Lucy 这个女性人物来传达出我对于人在人生的某一个阶段所遇到的一种困境，她所面对这种困境的一种态度和一种她生活中所面临的一些问题进行的一些思考。首先，我对这个东西本身很感兴趣，而且我觉得这个东西，因为世界由两性构成，对吧？然后很多问题，不可避免，这就是两性，很多都是两性的问题。当然，它有很多其他的问题，但是作为艺术来说，往往很多的东西涉及到的是男人和女人之间的一些事情。探讨两性关系，是因为我深刻的从这一部作品，从这个人物身上感受到了那种来自于两性之间差异的一种压抑感。这种东西让我有冲动想要表达出来。其实不是说要探讨两性关系，我觉得根本探讨的是一个人性的一个个体本身所拥有的一种状态和一种无法解决的一个困境的东西，是通过两性这样的一个方式来探讨个人。
Ballet, I come from a very classical ballet background. I studied classical ballet, I danced classical ballet. But contemporary ballet generally we're still working with the same technique. We're just extending it further. We're taking it to, also there are less rules with contemporary ballet. Almost everything is possible. Anything with classical ballet, there are certain restrictions. It's like if you play Bach or you play Mozart, there's a certain way. There's maybe a certain freedom within a restricted area, but there is a way to play those pieces of ballet. And classical ballet is the same way. If you do Swan Lake or you do Don Quixote, there's a certain way or an expectation that you should perform those works. Contemporary ballet takes the technique and allows them greater freedom in the movement and the interpretation of the technique and the movement.
是一个文化上或者是一种理念上的转变。其实从外在形式上来说，并不能真正代表什么是当代和古典。那么当然有一个模式，古典芭蕾在那个时期也可以称作是当代芭蕾，它也是经过了这样的一个不断的一点点的变化和发展。那么走到了今天，我想所谓的当代芭蕾可能是更多融入了我们现代人的一些思考，我们当代人在当下这种生存状态下的思考，更多于一种形式上的东西。 那我觉得当代芭蕾给我的感受，其实就是说，我们现在此刻我们所感受到的东西，我们用我们最自如的方式去表达出来。
They're generally really fantastic to work with in the studio, so they have a great concentration. Second, their technical level is very good. I mean, as I told Madeline, I said many of these dancers could dance in any of the international companies. They would be on par with any of the other dancers. So, I mean, when you're making a creation, I think if you're a painter, if you're a designer, when you have beautiful medium to work with or things in a room that inspire you, this is really important. And so the dancers for choreographer are one of these points. There are working tools as well as we get inspired by them. And I find many dancers here that offer that inspiration as a choreographer.
演员非常的配合，而且演员非常的主动，他们很积极的参与在这个创作中，而且他们很享受这个创作过程。而且我觉得香港的这个他们的那个制作模式和它的运营模式和内地还是有区别。我也比较觉得它很自由，很放松，整个一个感觉。然后印象最深的，我想可能是演员带给我的那种发自内心的一种愉悦感吧。
I think it's the spontaneous freedom combustion of the human being just wanting to release through movement.
舞蹈这门艺术有时候像一门宗教一样，尤其是芭蕾，它会让你变得有一种虔诚的一个信念在这儿。那这个虔诚的信念就让你可以忘记很多很多现实生活中的那些事情，然后你在我跟你说话的同时，我的身后有一个巨大的世界是一般人看不见的。那这一个巨大的世界里，可能就包含着我对舞蹈的一种理解。